Hey guys, welcome to another Dark Cave mining stream. We just had a couple of technical difficulties there, so hopefully things are all looking spick and span at the moment. Just like to welcome Rob from GetBlok and also Karat from GetBlok. So welcome, guys.
Hey everyone, how are you? Good to see you again.
Yep, nice to be here. First time.
Yeah, welcome. So we've had a pretty eventful week for you guys this week with subpooling going live. So we've got the solo pool and also Comet have created a subpool as well. So that's pretty exciting, being able to solo mine and also dual mine Comet tokens in addition to Erg. So I believe they've hit a couple of blocks.
Yeah, it's been a whirlwind to be honest with you. It's kind of taken on a life of its own to some extent. But it's been great. I mean, I think it's something that, as everyone knows, we've been working on for a long time now, and to really see it come to life has been really exciting. I can't put words to it, but we've had some significant growth from it. As you mentioned, we do have currently 3 pools operating, which including our main pool. And we've seen, a nice spike in hash rate from it. So, people are participating. It's gaining some attention in the ecosystem, and it's bringing some value. So I think miners can jump on the pool. They earn for every block found on the Comet pool currently. The standard block reward 63 ERG. There are also, for that 63 ERG, they're earning about 315,000 Comets. So, it's something interesting. It's something fun, right? So, why not have fun with your mining?
Exactly, and I touched on this a couple of weeks ago, actually. It makes mining fun, so you can have some Comet, you can play around with that, you can tip and carry on, and but also this solo mining. So we've had a couple of blocks hit there as well, I believe.
Yeah, we launched it, and we've been had some solar miners that we stay in contact with. They jump on and off our pool from time to time, and one was kind of excited waiting for the launch, and as we launched it, he jumped on, and it was crazy. Within the first 24 hours, he found 6 blocks. So he's happy. We're keeping him happy. Had a bunch of other solo miners jump on, and it's the latency, right? That's really what they're looking for, and they're kind of logging in, and they're seeing ultra low latency, and they're loving it. They're finding blocks, and they said they found a place to stay. So it's really great to see that able to provide that platform to also solo miners as well.
Just touching on latency, your audio's playing up a little, so maybe you want to have a look at something there just to make sure that everything's sweet. So, Karat, you're the man behind the scenes on all the subpooling and I believe plasma. Can you give us a quick rundown on what it's taken to get subpools up and operational?
Oh man, it took must have taken months. Because I mean, if you think about it, I kind of came up with this idea for subpooling back around August of last year, and then I kind of made like a prototype in the hackathon, and then I met Vinny, I met Rob. From there, we kind of just started building a smart pool with features that we planned out, and just from there, we've finally done it. It's taken months of work, lots of planning, lots of discussion, but I mean, we finally got here.
Not too sure what's going on at the moment. Yes, you are.
There we go. Sorry about that, guys.
Not too sure what's going on there, so hopefully we haven't blown your ears out on that one. So, Kay, I believe things started kicking off in the Ergo hack, and then everything sort of built out from there.
Right, yeah, so it was Ergo hack 2, where I kind of just entered alone pretty much, and I just wanted to make the subpooling concept. And the way I came up with it was sort of that I had just gotten my new 3070 Ti right next to me. I got really ripped off for it, but I got my new 3070 Ti, and all my friends had like pretty small GPUs, and we wanted to mine erg, but we wanted to get our payouts quicker, and we just wanted to make some way to get our erg quicker. So I kind of came up with this idea of making a pool under like an existing pool, and I just named it subpooling, and I just got to work in Ergo Hack 2. I ended up getting like second place, pretty cool. It's nice. And then after that, I kind of met Rob and met Vinny after about I was trying to get people some more miners. And we discussed, we talked, we made this sort of Dark Cave Miners group chat a long time ago, but from there we kind of started building out into GetBlok.
Yeah, it's been fun to follow the journey.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's been a long journey, but you just gotta keep on building, keep on improving. Really, that's been what I've been focusing on. Just trying to improve the smart pool, improve subpooling, improve it in different ways. Like when we did proof of vote, just gotta keep on building. That's my motto, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and I think that's is well said, Karat. And I think part of what we look to do is we listen to the miners, right? We hear them loud and clear. We want to kind of build something that they're looking for, right? And so we appreciate all the feedback that our miners give us, and we really take that into consideration, and we kind of embed that into our programs and our software as we build out, right? So keep it coming. That's why we launch these things. They're new, they're novel, and if things pop up, please let us know. We'd like to continue to improve them and continue to build, as Karat said. So
yeah, so we'll just jump into actual GetBlok website, and we'll just have a quick run through there. So as you can see here, we've actually got 250 gigahash now. That's a nice little improvement of about 100 gigahash.
Yeah, definitely spiked up. It's interesting if you look at even the Comet pool compared to where our pool was at right before the launch. They're actually beating us in that sense, right? So it's cool to see. I like I said, it's kind of taking on a life of its own. I think that it's cool to see. You go into the Comet chat, and it's like they have their own mining community now, right? And there's conversation about it, and there's interest about it, and it's really cool to see that we're able to kind of launch this platform or provide this platform for these projects to build pools on, and there you go. They have a mining pool. They have a platform that they can not only create mining for their specific token or whatever it may be, but they can build a community around it too, right? So it was really cool to see that, and it brings joy to me.
Yeah, definitely. So as you can see here, we've got the main default GetBlok smart pool, but then also in addition we've got the subpools. So GetBlok.io solo mining pool and the Comet smart pool. So if you wish to jump on there, just connect to GetBlok.io and then head over to the smart pools tab on the left hand side and click on start mining, and chuck in your IP, and away you go.
Yeah, it's that simple. I mean, it's not that difficult at all. I mean, the main, and I think that the miners need to be sure of is you need to connect to our pool first. The UI, the dashboard, it does not automatically connect your miner to the mining pool. So that's something that's important. You will need to whether you're using Windows or Hive OS or some other form of an mining operating system, you need to make sure that you connect to the pool, which is ergo.getblok.io. There's a full tutorial on our website for how to connect, and log on to the mining pools, and then you can the subpooling through our UI.
That's the beauty of it as well, is the simplicity of on being able to jump in there and dual mine assets, solo mine. Has there been any talk about any other tokens wishing to create a subpool themselves?
Well, yeah, I think there was some news that came out just, but Neta BTC, they're actually going to be launching a subpool at the end of this week, right? So on Saturday we'll be launching an official Neta subpool where miners will be able to mine Neta actually instead of Ergo, and they'll actually receive about 22% more Neta than what they would if they went and bought it on like Ergo Dex or something like that. So it's something that's again bringing more value to miners, right? And I think it's a unique project, right? I think it's they've also bring some great value to the ecosystem, and they're also building some great tools that can be used with their tokens as well. So we're excited for that launch as well.
So we can that's a bit on subpooling, guys. So Karat, we've got Plasma. Rob and I have sort of touched on this a couple of times in the last streams, and it's way over our heads. So would you be able to sort of give us a rundown on what Plasma is and what it can achieve?
Yeah. So Plasma is kind of just this way to sort of make a chain within a chain. So to start off, you kind of have this thing called an authenticated dynamic dictionary. It's a big word, I know, but it's really just a way of compressing information on chain and then being able to verify some part of that information. And one of the great things about Ergo is that it uses AVL plus trees for their authenticated dynamic dictionary implementation. So it's actually a lot more efficient than Ethereum's implementation. And you can read that inside a paper by Kushti, actually, who helped implement that. But really, Plasma is just the system of these dictionaries and smart contracts. Create a chain on top of Ergo. Kind of scale things out. You can perform transactions on that chain. You can really do a lot of things. Compress data. The possibilities are endless, really.
Well, that's amazing to hear. And Minio and I have sort of mentioned this in the developer updates as well. One of the first scaling solutions for Ergo is actually coming from a mining pool. So we kind of have a little ongoing joke about that, and it's amazing to see.
Yeah, it is. I really think that this is going to help us out a lot because already with subpools, you can see there's so many transactions going on, so many different miners we have to pay out. So as GetBlok continues to expand, we really need to think about how can we scale this out? How can we make sure that we're paying miners on time? We're not congesting the chain, like Ergo blockchain itself. And I think that Plasma is really the best solution for it because rather than make like a side chain or all those other layer 2 solutions, Plasma kind of exists on Ergo itself, really just like a mining pool.
It's crazy to think, isn't it? The technology that sort of Ergo allows and the flexibility that Ergo allows to be able to do these sort of things. And there's a lot of kudos has to be given to the team because of the forward thinking that these guys have put into the chain itself. It allows all these possibilities. So it's not just the only scaling solution, and it's one of many. And it's great to see this sort of stuff come to fruition.
Yeah, it is really. So it's very, very modular. It's very, very flexible with what you can do. And I taught at Deco just for the last semester there, and I kind of had to learn a little bit more about Ergo before I felt ready to teach others, right? So I really dived in deep to learn more of the like the nitty-gritty details of it. And once you do, you kind of see just how expansive and flexible the system really is. The Ergo blockchain's like just really great. There's so many different things you can do. So I'm excited to keep developing on it and just see how we can push it further, you know?
So have you got anything in mind that where you can push the boundaries for Ergo?
Yeah, so like I said, with Plasma, I think that's going to be one of our bigger focuses coming up after subpooling, and I see a lot of different possibilities with it. Things like calculating shares on chain, or maybe collateralizing pools so that people who provide ERG to miners to collateralize a pool can gain yield off of it. So there's a lot of different possibilities here. And I think Plasma really helps to enable those possibilities and lets us expand further and become more than just a mining pool.
I think you guys have already sort of achieved that. You've got managed hosting. You've got you have a web store where you can sell or buy GPUs from yourselves. You've got a sub pool. You've got a main mining pool, and now a scaling solution.
Suite of services, that's what it's all about. Trying to bring it all in one place, right? I mean, and that's again, we always talk about, ease of access, right? User friendly, right? I mean, people don't want things to be complicated, and especially when it comes to cryptocurrency and a blockchain, I think there's a lot of complexity in itself. And for mass adoption, I think you need that, right? You need that user experience. You need the ease of access, right? I mean, if it's very complicated to get into mining, and you have to go to this site and go to that site and understand what GPU is best, and it's intense. You're going through it right now, right? CW, I think you're building your own rig as we speak. So I mean, it's just it's fun, and if you have the the aptitude, and you're actually looking to do something like that, then great, we empower that. But at the same time, I think that there's people that are also in mining, and I think that we're able to provide a way that without the levels of complexity.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think the hosted mining has a lot to play going forward as well. I'm just going through crypto Twitter itself, and a number of miners have been sending off their rigs because it's just too hot and too inefficient to be able to currently mine in certain places of the world at the moment heading into summer. So being able to have that managed hosting in a controlled environment, it can keep people's rigs up and hashing. Might not be the most profitable, but they can still turn over a small profit.
Exactly right. Exactly right. There's a cost event. There's a to mining, and mining equipment is not cheap. So I mean, it's not cheap. Miners have made major investments in mining equipment, and there's multiple facets that are kind of driving miners to either turn off or ship off. Right. We've seen electricity prices in Europe. There's all these kind of out there compounding some of the issues here, and it's just providing that service. I think providing that service, like you said, it's in that controlled environment, the inspection process. We bring the GPUs in, we make sure that they're as is when you ship them out, and then we'll maintain them just as if they were your own. So I think having that service for miners is important right now, because people want to stay in the industry, keep mining, and with all these these factors that are out there, it provides another way for them to do that.
So in the greater scheme of mining, actually, it's a couple of sort of contentious topics coming up in regards to the difficulty bomb on ETH and ETH 2.0. Have you guys seen an influx of miners or interest from miners willing to come over and ask questions in regards to mining Ergo and GetBlok itself?
Yeah, so I mean, I've personally seen, I mean, I think they were, what was it, about a week ago? It was, a little bit of bad timing. It was during a holiday weekend. We actually were launching subpooling right, at the same time, so we were a little distracted with that. But no, I think that definitely interest in, I think, the Ethereum difficulty bomb is still a big question mark, right? I mean, you see one day it's on, another day it's off. I mean, it's just I think I said it in previous episode. I'll believe it when I see it, right? So, but in the meantime, I have seen an influx of even new miners on our pool, right? I mean, there's literally miners that are coming on, for the first time, just trying to figure out how to connect to Hive or trying to connect to Windows, right? And how to start up a mining software, and how do I connect to a mining pool. So we're seeing some of that come through. It's it is coming through on our end as well. So it just shows that there is some interest in Ergo, and miners are kind of looking towards it as the next the next potential, right? And there's other coins out there, right? Miners have a choice, but I think I think Ergo has a lot to offer.
Yeah, you can see on this graph here, I can't really scroll down, so I've just got to resize things. But you can see the growth over the past month for GetBlok. So I think kicking off on the actual 9th of May, you're sitting around 130 gigahash. And as of sort of the last couple of days, things have jumped right up once subpooling has gone live. So the miners do see a little bit of extra value. Create a little bit more profit for themselves.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I think I was doing some calculations, and as we mentioned, this Neta Subpool is coming out soon, and with that 22% additional reward, it's interesting to see, because if you go on whattomine.com and you take Ergo and you add that 20%, let's say less mining fees, it lines up pretty close to Ethereum, right? So I'd say it's probably number 2 at this point. So food for thought. There's definitely some profitability to be earned there.
Yeah, I think we should make some more noise and promote some more things going forward in regards to actual subpooling. People might just look at what to mine itself and just see the rankings just by the initial block rewards themselves, not actually knowing the additional value that they can be provided from mining subpools. So even solo mining, if you have a fair amount of hash rate in comparison from ERG to ETH on that ratio, like you said, someone's hit 6 blocks for themselves. That's not a bad ratio.
Not at all. In a 24-hour, he's still hitting them. So he's it's going well. Yeah, I think there's definitely some exciting things coming on GetBlok, and some really cool things with subpooling that are coming. And as I mentioned, we're open to exploring potential new projects. If there's a project out there that's looking to find a way to distribute their token, then reach out to us. We're open to having conversations.
So correct. One thing that I've sort of given a bit of thought about is people actually promoting a mining pool themselves. So it might be a subminer or a subpool, or a solo miner themselves coming forward. Can you see something like that sort of being promoted, and a little economy or a community being built around subpooling?
Yeah, definitely. I've actually thought of that too. You can kind of already start to see it with Comet. Like, they have this whole new mining community inside their Telegram chat, which is really cool to see. And just today, they're asking me if I could get like our block bot or Telegram block messenger bot and put in. So yeah, I can already see like the starts of that happening now, where these little communities are forming around these subpools, and maybe different subpools marketing for them. You never know, really. The sky's the limit here, and there's a lot of things that could happen, a lot of different options for people to choose from. So who knows? We might see communities form around subpools, maybe websites for different subpools, lots of different options.
Yeah, I can kind of, the way I sort of picture it is the way the stake pools on Cardano sort of go about marketing themselves. So trying to reach uh, people willing to stake, but in our terms, it's people trying to attract.
And start making their own websites. We have a public API open if they want to pull their stats from there. Otherwise, I mean, a lot of these stats are stored on chain. That's kind of the good part of being a smart pool. So anybody can really access them. It's all transparent.
Yeah, I think that's a good distinction to make clear as well is the transparency that GetBlok provides miners. Everything's on chain, everything's clear and transparent. You can see the transactions, who's hit what blocks, where those block rewards have been allocated to. I think that's a big value add instead of the whole sort of trust me bro sort of model that traditional mining pools have.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's really important actually for miners because I've seen some talks about certain pools. I'm not gonna say who, but supposedly certain pools stealing blocks from solar miners. So one of the good things about our solar pool is that it still uses the same smart contracts, and the payment for the block reward still goes to that smart contract and still goes to that specific miner. So it's really nice to see that all be transparent on chain and visible for people.
Yeah, definitely. And I've just, sorry about that. I've just gone dark a little bit. I've just got a window here on my right hand side, and there's just a cloud gone over. So, oh, here we go. It's just cleared. So it's nice and bright again. Definitely going into the dark cave mining side of things.
There you go.
So, is there anything else you guys want to touch on?
No, I think that pretty much covers it. We're gonna, potentially look to do another episode maybe here towards the end of the week. So we'll see what we can put together, and if we do, we'll make some further announcements. But no, we're just again, we're excited to launch subpooling. Feel free to check it out. I think you can log on to our dashboard at ergo.getblok.io. Again, click on the smart poolings icon on the left toolbar, and you'll see the subpools that are currently available, and we plan to launch more in the future.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's good to have you on, Karat. As many as might not know, you are Cheese Enthusiast, one of our most famous names within the Ergo ecosystem. It's definitely one of my favorites. So it's nice to have you on, mate, and see your smiling face, and hope to have you on going forward.
Yeah, I'll definitely try to get on more. Past few weeks have been busy for me just because I've been working on subpooling really hard. But I think I'll definitely have more time to come on. And yeah, I definitely get that a lot about my username.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in for another episode of Dark Cave Miners. And as Rob has touched on, we're looking to have another stream coming up in the coming days. So yeah, be sure to tune in. And yeah, once again, thanks for watching. Thank you, Rob, and thank you, Karat. Cheers, guys.
Take care, everyone.
Yep, see you guys.